I'll keep this in mind should I ever try to make a toad or toadette hat. I have a bunch of these here. I would like to make them a pillow. I think that the best way for me to do that, because they are like granny stitches, meaning that they have like holes in between each of these little sets of stitches. So each of these little holes obviously would be counterproductive to keeping stuffing in. So what I'm going to do today, instead of worry about that just yet, is figure out how to lay these out. Go through and, each stitch should line up 1 to 1. I know I was talking about trying a back stitch for this joint earlier, but I don't think that that'll be particularly useful. While the the afghan has seen regular use, I don't think the pillow is going to see quite as much. It's just going to be nice to look at. The approximate size of what the front of this pillow is going to be. So then I need to grab a few things, namely the yarn I'm going to use for the inside of the pillow, which I'm still debating between the variegated yarn and this purple yarn. I'm tempted by the purple yarn because I think the contrast of not having it in any of the squares is going to be nice, but it is a color that is definitely in the variegated yarn. I also need a bigger hook because I'm rocking my tiny hook for weaving ends. So let me grab that. I don't need it to be the same exact size as the hook I used for this. In fact, it's probably better that I'm using a smaller one. I think I'm going to go with the purple. I have been making this pillow. At this point, I am continuing to do rows with a decrease, and so I want to get a few more rows done. I want to get it so that the opening is workable for stuffing. Not so big that having the pillow stuffed is gonna cause a lot of extra tension on my stitches. That'll cause gapping and whatnot. We're gonna stuff it. It's kind of like a giant beret too. Do I look like a mushroom? I'm a mushroom. I'll keep this in mind should I ever try to make a toad or toadette hat. Okay. If my hair wasn't already all over this project, it definitely is now. So I pre-stuffed these because that's not a fun thing to watch, another mundane task. So what these are, I learned this from one of my friends that does make stuffed animals and little figurines. These are stockings, and basically you put the fill inside of them, and then I mean, you know, they're not perfect. There's a bunch of stuff popping out, but they're better than the crochet, so between the two of them, they should keep nearly all the stuffing inside of this pillow. That's pretty good there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue now to do, we're gonna pick up where we left off here and continue to do these decreasing stitches until it closes up and the other side looks like this. The pillow is coming out. I don't know if this is very evident, but the pillow is coming out the way I had intended it to shape-wise. It's not like bulging out over here. It's nice and flat, or you know, as flat as it can be when you're not making like a sewn pillowcase to put inside of it. So it does look like a weird big nipple because it comes up into like this pyramid thing. Let me see if I can. It's like the biggest, fattest Hershey kiss. So now what we do is we get our yarn needle and we're gonna aim it for kind of like the center of all of these. I'm gonna try and basically just pull it through this whole shebang. Okay, there we go. That's the general shape of our pillow. The plan from here on out is to take this and basically make a cover for this whole pillow. I don't know that I'm doing it right, to be totally honest. I thought I had this figured out, but now I'm thinking I don't. Okay, so I'm going to complete joining this one along all these little flaps that I haven't joined together because I thought I was going to be joining them with a bigger thing. So I'll complete these joins, and then I'm going to lay out with these squares a second set. And then I will join those together on either side of this pillow. And then if I hate the dark purple showing, I will do something else. But otherwise I think I'd be pretty happy with that. I think that that's the plan. More squares to attach to this kind of flower shaped piece, and then I have to join them and join them with the pillow, and that's kind of done. But I am pretty darn happy with how we're coming along right now. I keep trying to think of if there's something kind of nicer that I can think to do than just leave those gaps, but I'm kind of at a loss. I could like macrame something into it, but that seems kind of pointless, especially because I did spend a lot of time on that purple, and it would be nice to have that little bit showing through for contrast. So yeah, I'll just leave it open. so much for joining me. I've had a great time working on this project. The pillow I feel was a great way to use up some of these squares I have. I do still have several more, so they may rear their head again on another project. I just have to figure out what that would be. If you had a good time, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. I post on Fridays, but if you want to make sure not to miss anything, remember to ring the notification bell. I've been Grace. You've been great. Remember to be excellent to each other. Have a great day.